all, welcome to Homeschool, and we are with the chapter Fundamental Unit of Life. In my previous video, we have started discussing about the cell organelle. We finished with Golgi apparatus as well as endoplasmic reticulum. And today we are going to study about very important cell organelle, that is lysosomes. Okay. So where are the lysosomes present, guys? Say this is how lysosomes are present all over the cell. Actually, there will be many lysosomes. Okay. So what are this? Lysosomes. So the main structure looks very simple. I'll show you its exact picture. How does it look little later? Let us try to learn about the function of lysosomes. It's very interesting. You know, they actually clean the cell. You know what these guys will do? Whenever the foreign substances enter into the cell, okay, some virus, bacteria, or some unwanted substance, imagine if it is entering into a cell. What these lysosomes do is they actually have an important chemical called hydrolytic enzyme. They have hydrolytic enzyme. This hydrolytic enzyme, the moment a bad substance, a foreign substance enters into a cell, it will break the substance into small pieces and it will kill the foreign body. Okay, so that way it is actually a cleaning machine inside a cell. Right? It is like a cleaning machine. Whatever external dangerous, unwanted foreign substances enters, it will kill them by breaking into small pieces. Okay, say that is the main duty of lysosomes, guys. Okay, not only the foreign substances, in case if any organelle is broken, it is of no use. Those cell organelles are also digested or broken down into small pieces. It will kill them. Okay, say this is the main duty of lysosomes. So now let us try to list out the function of lysosomes. Okay, say I can say lysosomes are cleaning machines, okay, or cleansing machines. Cleansing machine inside a cell. Inside a cell. Okay, just for your understanding, I told the lysosomes as cleansing machine. Okay, actually they are called with one more name. I'll tell you little later. So what do? They clean the cell. They clean the cell. Okay, say how do they clean the cell? They actually has what enzyme? Hydrolytic enzyme. It is a kind of chemical, guys. Hydrolytic enzyme. Okay, so who will produce this hydrolytic enzyme? Again, our endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, so endoplasmic reticulum produces many things that is necessary. These things are utilized by other cell organelles for various purposes. Okay, so hydrolytic enzyme is there in lysosome, but who is producing it? Endoplasmic reticulum. Yeah, so what will this hydrolytic enzyme do? It breaks the foreign substances. It breaks the foreign substances into smaller pieces. Okay, so that way it actually kills the foreign substances. Okay, and one more thing, lysosomes are actually called as, this is very important, guys. Lysosomes are called suicide bags of the cell. Suicide bags of cell. You know why they are called as suicide bags of a cell? In case if the cell has become too old. Okay, when something is becoming too old, its capacity decreases. And once it becomes too old, it has to die when it is not having any use. When the capacity decreased, the cell has to die actually. Okay, so what happens when the cell is not working properly or it has become too old? You know, the lysosomes, there are so many lysosomes. All these lysosomes will burst automatically. Okay, the moment the cell is not working properly, or if some damage has occurred to the cell, or if it has become too old, that point of time, all the lysosomes will burst. They are bag-like structures. They will burst. Once they burst, you know, too much of hydrolytic enzyme is released. This hydrolytic enzyme can kill the cell by cutting into smaller pieces. Each and every organelle will be destroyed or cut into pieces by the hydrolytic enzyme. Okay, the entire cell is consumed by hydrolytic enzyme. You know, cell is getting killed by itself. No one is killing. Suicide in the sense what? No one will kill. A person gets killed by himself. That is called suicide. So here cell is getting destroyed, but who is responsible? Cell only. Cell in the sense the lysosomes which are there inside the cell itself is responsible for killing a cell, isn't it? So that is the reason lysosomes are called suicide bags of the cell. Okay, so they will ask the question, very important question guys, why do lysosomes are called suicide bags of the cell? So what is your answer? When cell is damaged, when cell is damaged or becomes old, damaged or becomes old, you know, lysosomes burst and lots of hydrolytic enzyme is released and that breaks, hydrolytic enzyme breaks the cell into small pieces. Okay, small pieces. So that way the cell is killed by itself. Yes or no? That's the reason lysosomes are called suicide bags of the cell. It's a very important concept. Okay, so you understood the duty of lysosomes. And now let us see a clear picture of lysosome, how it looks like.
So this is what we call lysosomes. When you cut a lysosome, inside structure will be look like this. Okay, usually when I have shown it on a board, I just shown it as one sac-like structure, isn't it? But when you cut it, when you see it from electron microscope, this is how it looks. And you can see this is the membrane of lysosome, and these things, orange color things, are actually chemicals which are there in lysosome called as hydrolytic enzyme. So what will this hydrolytic enzyme do? It will kill the foreign substances that are entering into a cell. Okay, if any virus or bacteria, unwanted things are coming into the cell, what happens? This hydrolytic enzyme will break that foreign substance into pieces and pieces, and it will kill it. And also, if the cell has become too old or if the cell is getting damaged, what would happen? The lysosome will burst. Once it is getting burst, this enzyme is released in a large amount. So what will this enzyme do? It will kill the entire cell only. It is going to break all the cell organelles into pieces, and finally it is breaking the entire cell into small pieces, and it will just digest it. Okay, that's the reason lysosomes are called suicide bags of a cell. Suicide, killing themselves, right? Killing on their own. So cell is getting killed on its own. It's all because of these lysosomes are getting burst when the cell is becoming old, or if some damage occurs to a cell. So this is all about lysosome and hydrolytic enzyme. So the very important work done by hydrolytic enzyme is like the most necessary part that you have to remember. So that's all about lysosomes. Actually, where does this hydrolytic enzymes are generated? It is also generated in endoplasmic reticulum itself. Clear? So that's all about lysosomes.
Coming to the next cell organelle, that is mitochondria. Mitochondria is the most important cell organelle. Okay. Say this is how mitochondria exist, guys. Okay. Say this is how mitochondria looks normally inside. Many mitochondria would be there inside a cell. Okay. And it has two membranes actually. Outer membrane will have a small holes, and inner membrane is folded like this. Okay, it is folded. This is outer membrane. Okay, and this is the folded, the part that is there inside. No, that is called inner membrane. Clear? And the most important thing that you have to know about mitochondria is mitochondria is called powerhouse of the cell, called as powerhouse of a cell. Okay, why it is called as powerhouse of a cell? Because energy is produced in the mitochondria. Clear, everybody? Because energy is produced in mitochondria. Whatever food that you consume is because to get energy, isn't it? So where is this energy is getting produced, guys? It is inside every cell. Which organelle is responsible inside a cell to produce energy? Mitochondria. Okay. So one thing you have to remember is energy is produced or stored in the form of ATP. Okay, ATP is a kind of chemical, guys. Energy is always there in the form of chemical. What is that chemical? ATP. Full form of ATP is adenosine triphosphate. ATP is nothing but adenosine triphosphate. Okay, say that is the reason, since energy is stored in the form of ATP, ATP is called energy currency of a cell. Energy currency of a cell. Okay, energy bank of a cell. If you want to have energy, you have to go to mitochondria of a cell, because that is where ATPs are produced and stored. So what is ATP? It is an energy bank, energy currency. Okay, so this is about the mitochondria, guys. Okay, and one important thing that you have to remember about mitochondria is mitochondria has its own genetic material. Okay, genetic material in the sense what? That DNA, like I told you, inside a nucleus you have a DNA. So this DNA will look after every cell organelle. This DNA is responsible for a cell to live, survive, to function. This is the one which controls the entire cell. This is the one which controls the entire cell organelles, all the cell organelles. But our mitochondria is a very strongest organelle. It has its own DNA inside, so it doesn't depend on the nucleus. Okay, so it is not bothered about the nucleus at all. It don't care. It says that I don't care. I have my own DNA, so I can survive myself. This is how it stays inside the cell. Very proudish, because it has its own DNA. Okay, it doesn't depend on the DNA of a nucleus. But Golgi complex, endoplasmic reticulum, lysosomes, all these guys have to depend on the nucleus, guys. Okay, so the DNA or the chromatin, whatever is there inside a nucleus, that is controlling every organelle, but not mitochondria. Okay, so mitochondria has its own genetic material, that is DNA. So it can prepare the proteins on itself. Each and every cell organelle, the membranes are made up of with proteins only. Okay, so since mitochondria has its own DNA, it can prepare its own protein. Got it? So actually mitochondria is a very strongest guy of a cell, guys. It doesn't depend on anybody. It can do its work on its own. It doesn't depend on anything actually. Clear? So what is the note that you have to remember? Mitochondria has its own genetic material. Its own genetic material, that is nothing but DNA. So it can prepare protein on itself. So it can synthesize its own protein. Protein is very much necessary, guys, for the survival of every organelle, because every membrane, every inch of an organelle is actually made up of proteins and lipids only. So they need protein, mitochondria, and to prepare protein, who will give the information, who will give guidance? DNA have to give guidance. Okay, for the manufacturing of protein, the DNA have to give the guidance. It should first give the signal, then only protein preparation starts inside a cell. Okay, so DNA is very much necessary, but mitochondria, since it has its own DNA, it doesn't depend on the DNA of nucleus. Okay, it can prepare its own protein. Okay, that is all about mitochondria. Now let us see a picture of mitochondria also.
See guys, this is our mitochondria. You can see two layers. This one is one layer, the outer layer, this blue color thing, right? And one more layer is this, curved layer. This inside curvy thing is there, no? This is another layer. Clear? So this mitochondria is called powerhouse of the cell, is because ATPs are manufactured here. ATPs are nothing but energy currency of a cell. Energy is always produced and stored in the form of a chemical called ATP, right? So ATPs are produced here. And one more important thing is mitochondria has its own genetic material, that is DNA. You can see the DNA of mitochondria is here. Since it has its own DNA, it can prepare the proteins also, because ribosomes are also there in mitochondria. Ribosomes are there, DNA is there. So whatever protein it want for its structure, that can be synthesized within a mitochondria itself. It no need to depend on the nucleus because it has its own DNA, right? So this is what the inner structure of mitochondria. Clear? That's all about mitochondria.